Might as well stay in the car till the rabbi arrives. Let me find out where he is.
Oh, yeah. And then we'll just get a shot of you guys driving up on our tripod, and then we'll have
Okay.
that shot, and then we'll move.
Is that Eileen? Tell her I just texted her. All she's got to do is touch the link and she can watch it. I just texted it to her. A link so she can watch this. just a suitcase in there on a tray to protect the bed.
Drive-up shot on this sticks before the rabbi gets here.
All right. So you want us to back up one more time?
Want me to hold that?
Sure. You want us to back up one more time?
Yeah, just so we get it on both the drone and the stick so we can cut between the two shots. You want me to grab it? I wonder if he wants the lights on. The lights? I give him this. Did you want it with the lights on, Lloyd? Those lights look pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm going to give this to your dad, so I'm going to grab the shotgun microphone. So your dad can hold that.
Okay. Just I want you to hold it facing them. Okay. Nope. No. We're doing just fine. Just hold it like that. Okay.
The sunglasses are in the way. Lights on. Are you filming that? Bouncing around very badly.
It won't change what I'm going to pay you. There's 3 people on so far. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hello? Hello?
Where are you at? I'm here on Greenberg Road.
We're on gate 35. Just take Greenberg Road west to Des Plaines, make a right, and then make a right into the first gate. Ezra Israel.
Okay, so I should pull into Ezra Israel?
Yeah, otherwise there's no way to get.
Okay, I was parked on the side here. I thought you were going to not bring
Okay.
the car into the gate.
We're in the gate. Come on in, please.
Okay, all right, I'm coming in. I'm right
Bye.
here. Bye.
Stop.
Hey, again.
Stop. Maybe it's better.
I'm on the sidewalk here.
Okay. We're getting out.
Blessed to have a celebrity here. We're going to get the front shot of you guys walking up.
Yeah, and if you fall in front on camera in front of everybody, everyone's going to say, "Look at the schmuck! He didn't help his father down from the car."
That's on camera.
I know. There's what's called creative editing here.
Okay.
Do we want to get the approach shot?
Let me get a better.
We'll move
I'm
down
going to take
here,
also at this.
and I'm walking up. This gentleman, I apologize.
This is Rabbi Doug Zeldin.
Yes, he's a celebrity.
This is Raphael Weigel. Did you say you knew his dad?
Sure. So I think we're going to have the three of you.
Okay. Rabbi, do you mind if I put a mic on? No.
So he's got his own TV show. So I think we'll get the approach shot from the sticks coming up.
You never saw his TV show on the CW?
No, I never did.
His family was the CW.
Actually, WCIU.
WCIU, but it became
Yeah,
the
no,
CW.
Yeah, Channel 26. So you're on Weigel
I use those. I want to talk to you
Channel
about
19.
later.
Yeah, that's
Really well,
226.
I want to talk to you.
So Eric, you want him to?
Yeah, if you get the two of you coming.
Well, my dad might want to. I think it might be good for my dad to have. Do you have the other roadie too?
It's on here.
Oh, you want to maybe just have my dad explain?
I'm going to put this microphone up to him.
I'd rather. Yeah.
How about I do a little introduction, what we're doing, introduce my father. My dad will tell about his grandparents, and then Rabbi Doug will.
He's actually, I guess, on my show just about a month ago.
Okay, but we would want you. So
Let me get a couple shots first.
And yeah, we should be over here.
I want to get the. We want to get the walk-up shot,
And you got to
and then we'll get the sound over here.
and to see the epithets, you got to be on this side.
We're going to get it from a couple different angles,
Okay.
Lloyd. So this is the first shot we want to get. We want to get the three of you gentlemen here,
I'm even.
and Eric's going to get
The ground's
you here.
uneven. You
and
gotta
up
walk
to
with
the-
your dad. He can't walk in this uneven ground.
What's your father's name?
Seymour.
Mr. Seymour, can we have you come over here, sir? We're going to stage this. I apologize for making you work. So we're just going to get the approach shot up to the gravestone. which will have that shot underneath you then telling us why we're here. So I'll get that sound once we get you in front of the gravesite. So,
And then I'll say the memorial prayer for all the
okay.
greats.
Gentlemen, I apologize. I'd like to have you come first. Just standing here.
That's what I would think. I would think that too. Then we think towards the wall.
I'm going to get the two of you guys walking up. We got the approach shot on the, so yeah, just a sheet over here for me. And then,
Why don't we leave the door open for a second? Hello?
Okay, your video feed is showing black. It doesn't show
Okay, I'll try again.
you can't see anything. We can hear you talking. We can hear you talking, but we can't see anything.
Okay, let me see what I can do. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Guys, 1 second, please. Oh, we're good. That's okay. Can that get me vocally?
I will. I
Oh.
just wanted to just get the shot of you guys walking up to the grave.
Of course.
I will get, and then I'll get the sound separate.
Okay.
Just take a moment.
So, Dad, these were your grandparents?
Yes, my mother's mother and father.
These were your mother's mother and father.
They came here in the early 1900s from Russia, and Sam started his operating as a funeral director in 1906, and that's how the present
You
firm.
think in his wildest dreams he ever would have thought that he'd have 3 family members 115 years later working in the funeral business?
Probably not.
So, as licensed funeral directors. And he had my cousin Larry and Danny for a while I worked too.
We'll get the sound here in the interview. Let's have you guys stand a little bit closer together. Do you want to put them in front of the Gratch?
Tell me what's significant.
These three.
No, these two.
Sam and Ida.
So you want to get them this way? I'll just ask a few questions about why.
So I want to just have you take a moment, be with them before we get the sound. Visuals are going to be.
Visuals are very important, and this is, yeah.
There's no way for us to.
We're going to get that separate, Lloyd.
Okay. Are they actually from here to there?
You want to put the other side on.
Yeah, let's do this.
Sure. I think that is.
You think they're this way? Was there ever a time other family members were going to be buried there?
No.
You want to do that, sir? Okay. You want it on the father, or it's probably going to look better on his.
Or down this one?
Well, this way it's closer to your dad.
Okay.
Look at him, maybe touch him, or.
Well, I don't want it to be. I mean, yeah, if you want to touch it, but
No, I mean you don't have to
Get a pebble. Like you were doing before. You were
Dad
brushing
doesn't.
them off.
Dad's got a feeling against.
Well, you were cleaning off the gravesite before.
Yeah.
So Sam was my grandfather. He died in 1930. I was born in 1934, and I'm named after him, same Hebrew name, Shmuel. And my grandmother sort of raised me. My mother was working in the business. And her mother took care of me, helped raise me, taught me a lot.
Thought you get it.
Well, I absorbed it.
absorb it. She didn't teach it. That's all. If you wanted to understand her, you had to learn it.
Right.
So Sam dies in 1930 at the age of 51. And his daughter, Molly, has been working in the business, and Arthur Mandel comes, he's a pharmacist, but they decide it's more important to keep the business going. So Arthur goes and gets his funeral director's license, and together they run Gratch-Mandel. But in the middle of all of it, they have a child, you.
Sorry about that.
Two older brothers.
You have two older brothers, but so in 1930, how old was Gene, your second brother? Okay. So you come along, and I can tell from my relationship with Sherry, who's now licensed funeral director. There's days Rainey doesn't see us because we're so swamped with business. I'm sure you had your fair share of those.
Right.
And that's why Ida kind of raised you a lot of your childhood.
I lovingly refer to her as my warden.
Your warden?
Yeah.
Why don't you go sit over here for a second?
I'm not done getting the shot that
Okay.
When do we need to leave here?
I think at the very latest we need to be at Westlawn at 3:30.
Yeah, I would say we need to leave
I've
by
seen people
3:10.
fall here already.
Okay. 3:10.
So I think Dad stumbled a couple times.
So let's get the sound, Eric. We're going to have to move on.
Let's do.
Okay, I don't want them in the sun there.
Yeah, Dad, let's come on over here. Let's get in the shade.
And then we'll get the service with the rabbi. And then we'll be on our way.
Hey, we didn't bring a chair, but would there be anything wrong with Dad sitting here?
No, I don't.
That wouldn't be good.
Wouldn't be good. Okay. I'm going to keep you up
Have
though.
you guys right here?
I'll just have your back to them.
Yeah, so we can see.
Okay. Guys, I want you to be extra conscious that my father's 86 and he's been wobbling a little bit. So
Absolutely.
let's go to the rabbi and let the rabbi do some prayers, and we'll make our way to the cemetery. We'll have some water.
We got to get some quick sound here. That's
Okay.
That's going to be. Tell me who's buried here, Simon.
My mother's parents, Sam and Ida Gratchs. Sam died in 1930. I'm named after him. And Ida died in
1987.
yeah, she was 89.
1987. What does it mean for you to be here now and seeing your grandparents' gravestone after this trip with your son?
You know, continues the tradition of our families.
Lloyd?
You know, if she died in 87, she died the year Rainey was born, and the date your dad died were both May 8th, 87. Did she die the year your dad died? Huh?
It's 1887.
No, that's 1987. That was his grandmother. She couldn't have died in 1887. That's my dad's grandmother.
That's a 9. If he died in 1930, she died.
It's 1967.
This is died October 8th.
It says 1887. That's what it says.
No, if you push it here, it's a 9. It's 1987, because
It just looks like it from there.
But 1887, that was my dad's grandmother. So how could she have died in 1887?
Okay.
So 1987 was the year my grandfather Arthur, who we'll see at Westlawn, died. He died in the morning of May 8th, 87. My son Travis Mandel was born in the afternoon of May 8th,
Same year.
1986. Same day.
Same day.
My dad calls me and says, I say something to him like, it looks like the baby's going to be born today. And my dad started crying, and he pulled off the side of the road, and he said, my father died this morning. And there, it looks like if this is correct, his grandmother, Ida, actually died the same year as his father. That's how long she lived. She lived into her hundreds, that means.
Oh, she was 80,
She was
80,
89.
89.
It's like 89 years old.
Okay, we're gonna have to figure this math out later.
It's fine. Lloyd, can you just tell me the emotions that you're feeling visiting this after the trip that you've had with your father?
This trip I thought would be fun, and I thought it would be bonding. It's been hard to explain. it just wasn't what I expected.
It was touching.
A lot of people came up to us and wanted to see the hearse because it was cool, but they also wanted to talk about tragedies they've had. This woman texted me that when she was there, she told me she worked at the VA, so I let her be the first woman to sit behind the steering wheel, and she appreciated that. And then she sent me a thank you text and said when she has 2 children now, but she lost a child as a baby, and the funeral home let her come over 4 days straight and spend time with her, and they were so nice to her that they absolutely helped her through it. Just to have I didn't expect the car to do this. It's actually making me more of a funeral director because I'm sympathizing with people who aren't my customers. And Dad and I on the trip back, I hope you'll be able to see some of this because we use the GoPro Max, but we had some conversations about different situations we were in the past, and it was very touching. I know of other ones we could have talked about that we didn't, but it was just, it was either talk or we'd put on some music and we'd sing. We ended up at Fort Leonard Wood, which never was on our agenda, and about 30 minutes before we were getting to Fort Leonard Wood, Dad says, "Oh, we're going to go right by Fort Leonard Wood," and I knew that's where he had his basic training, so we ended up pulling off, and before we got to Fort Leonard Wood, we discovered a veteran cemetery. Now, Rabbi Doug and I have been to Abraham Lincoln many, many times, and I'm pretty sure Rabbi Doug's never been to the one in, what town is it that Fort Leonard Wood's in? Fort Leonard Wood.
Fort Leonard Wood.
I'm sure you've never been to the one in Fort Leonard Wood.
What has this done for your relationship with your
And
father?
another reason I know you haven't been there is there were no Jewish stars yet. But
Can you talk about what this trip has done for your relationship with your father?
I think Dad and I have always been extremely close. It certainly went beyond that. I mean, when you're sharing a room and sharing the car, and we got to see my son Travis, who I mentioned earlier, and his children and his wife Katie. That was special. It hurt to leave them. If I didn't have this, I would have stayed a few days with them. But the experience with Dad's been like, it's just been a real,
Nice. Warm.
real nice. It was extremely hot when we picked up the car. I mean, there's some funny things that happened along the way, but to just go to, and they wouldn't let us into Fort Leonard Wood, but they let us take pictures in front, and they all wanted to come out and see the car. They were nice to be in. I didn't blame them. I didn't give them any notice or anything. So we were, it was just, that was great. And we noticed, by the way, when we got to Missouri that they've got really nice roads because the car no longer felt like it had a flat tire. In Arkansas, Dad said at one point, man, if there was anyone in the back, they'd sit up with that. Anyways.
Well, this is great because I know I'm going to put the mic on the rabbi and we're
Rabbi,
going to get the service. Okay, thank you, Lloyd. That was fantastic. And
Thank you.
This is not the only time I'm going to talk to you.
Wait.
By the way,
Wait, Dad?
grandmother's yard site is the 5th of Tishrei. It's next week.
Okay.
It's
And also, wait,
3 days after.
am I on video? Because this is really worth saying. Can you go ahead and just say that to me again?
Your grandmother's yard site, the anniversary of her death, is on the 5th of Tishrei. Next Tuesday is the 1st of Tishrei, Rosh Hashanah. So 4 days after that will be the anniversary of her death.
And do you see what her first name is?
Chaya.
No, but her first name in English is?
Ida.
And what hurricane is about to hit?
Ida.
And wait a second, my granddaughter's name is Nora. And so there's another hurricane right after it. That's just so strange. I hope that they're not as bad as they're making them out to be, but we just found that extremely ironic. Go ahead, Ron.
Prayer first for Samuel Gratchs. And
Apologize,
when you're ready, from the top. You might want to pan from me to the headstone and say the prayer back.
I'll get a second chair.
We're going to say a memorial prayer for Samuel Gratchs now as we're at his graveside here in Walnut Cemetery. I'm saying, Nukhanakona, Kampias, Kena, Bemalos, Kadoshim, and Torin, Kazora, Kia, Masiri, Mesnishmas,
Sherry Mandel.
Amen. O God, exalted and full of compassion, grant perfect peace in your sheltering presence among the holy and pure, to the soul of Shmuel Leib ben Shimon, Samuel Gratchs of blessed memory, who is gone to his eternal home. O Master of mercy, beseech you to remember all the worthy and righteous things that he performed in the land of the living, and his soul be bound up in the bond of eternal life, for the Lord is his portion. May he rest in peace in this memorial park, continually visited by family and friends. May his name always be remembered for a blessing. Amen. And now we'll say memorial prayer for Ida Gratchs. Il Malay Rachamim, Shochein Bachamim. Nuchan Kona, Kafe Ashkena Bamalos, Kadoshim, and Torm Kazarakia, Maziri Mesnishmas, Chaya Bas Aryeh Leib, Shalcha Leolama, Babur Shmis by Maskaras Nishmas, Abagadim Tem Nuchasa, Anabala Rachamim, Askira, Seskana Bab Leolamim, Sorbi Torah Mesnishmasa, Adonai Hunachlasa, Sanuach B'Shalom HaMishkava, Denomar, Amen. O God, exalted and full of compassion, grant perfect peace in your shelter and presence among the holy and pure, to the soul of Chaya Bas with Aryeh Leib, to Ida Gratchs of blessed memory, who's gone to her eternal home. O Master of mercy, beseech you to remember all the worthy and righteous deeds that she performed in the land of the living. May her soul be bound up in the bond of eternal life, for the Lord is her portion. May she rest in peace in this memorial park, also in the family plot, and may her name always be remembered for a blessing. And let us all say, Amen.
Her,
Could y'all stay right where you are? I'm going to get over. So just
her age is wrong, by the way. There's no way she was 89. She was in her hundreds.
Let's say 99.
Guys, just keep your marks if you don't mind. We're going to cover this with just some shots and then we'll be done.
Okay.
Thank you.
She was 89.
No. If she died in 87, she wasn't 89.
Cantor Pavel Reitman.
Looks like it could be 99.
I just need you guys, you two listening, okay?
Now looking at the rabbi.
Listening like it's still going on.
Just kiss our hands. Just put it on the
Shots of the
stone.
grave.
Wait, one more shot, guys. This is sincere, though, so he's going to do it now. He doesn't want it staged.
Okay.
What? You miss it or get it? Did you get it? Yeah, do it one more time. All right.
What I asked you to do before, you said it was 240. It was a great shot.
You know what? I got sentimental as I was talking. So it's 3:10 now.
Yeah, we're just
West
gonna
Lawn Cemetery will close on us at 4:15.
You guys get in your cars, get air conditioning going. You did
Okay.
stuff, we'll follow
Do you know? Oh, you got to follow. That's
you.
right.
Well, you know what? I think I got the.
How was the Eisenhower? Was it really bad?
Coming out? It was.
I got off at what do you call it, because it was bad. I got off at
Yeah, I'll be right there, Dan.
We should go to First Avenue.
Don't take the expressway.
no, I would take
First Avenue can be really bad traffic. I don't like it.
Sunday though.
Look, I just take 290 to 290 to 294 north right to Cumberland. Guys, it's gonna take me. I got to be really careful backing up. What? Can you, Rabbi? Can you kind of give us a little verbal how we're doing backing out of here?